That's good. It's good to have fun, yeah. But let's not forget, point here. Alright, so the point here today is really to just learn about God and what He's done for us. And well, here's my story today. Back before I started to come to church, religion was never any part of my life. My grandparents were Buddhists and my parents were atheists. Aside from the occasional Buddhist ritual, I never known religion to be anything of importance. The ritual seemed routine, and it never meant anything to me. And God never meant any more to me than Santa Claus. My father, being a staunch non-believer, always told me that God wasn't real and there was nothing up there to worry about besides birds, airplanes, clouds, etc. I grew up drifting, not having anything to guide me, and just making my own choices and doing whatever I thought was right. And years passed, and I grew and grew. I did things that shouldn't have been done. I developed horrible habits, and I met the wrong people. When I began high school, I was being drawn into things that I should not have been drawn into, such as drugs and alcohol. I grew up being told never to be involved with these things, yet I disregarded this advice and went on with it because I thought it was hip and the in thing to do. The exposure would swallow me, and the exposure to drugs and alcohol was still in its early stage, but I knew if I went on, it would swallow me and possess me like a demon. It made me lose control and do stupid things, and it made me feel good. Since I wasn't a Christian, all I had were my parents and teachers, and teachers worked against them, but who gives a hoot about what they said, right? Their job was to nurture me and teach me academics, not take away the fun. Anyways, high school also introduced me to church. I got involved with the San Gabriel Trinity Lutheran Church after volunteering at their VBS for CSL hours. I saw all these little kids having fun while learning about God, and I was touched. I learned a lot too. It was an amazing sight to see. This mass gathering of youth congregating to learn more about this God. I began wondering, who is God? What does He do? What is His story? What can I do? I went on with high school confused and conflicted. Should I be a good kid or a bad kid? What's the right thing to do? I kept asking questions and things got really complex. I went on with last year, doing a lot of things that I probably shouldn't have done and acquiring a lot of knowledge and experience. Sometime in March and April, my friends and I got invited to this thing called Snapshot. I had no idea what Snapshot was. I thought it was some kind of game night. It was after school one day after I finished the swim meet and I had nothing to do. My friends were going, and so why not? Well, I was tired. I could have been warm, sitting on a couch, watching television peacefully by myself with no one there to bother me. Still, I went anyway. My friends and I went in. We watched skits, listened to worship, heard this guy talk about how amazing God is. Things got really interesting, and I was really amazed. My mind was blown. The idea of having all these ideas to live by and someone to guide me turned me completely backwards, upside down, inside out, and all over the place. From then on, I've been changing my life little by little, piecing myself back together slowly but surely. I cut down on the swearing. I've stayed sober, stayed away from any sort of drugs, and learned to be substantially more respectful and obedient to my parents. It really made a positive influence in my life. I still feel distant and far away from God, but I am still a long way from where I began. I started caring about things I normally didn't care about and noticed that you don't have to be bad to be cool. Cool guys can stay cool without all those nasty drugs and alcoholic beverages. I made a lot of great friends at this church, and I'm very glad of my decision. I basically turned my life around. I was like a wagon rolling out of control, and FEC SUV was a crew that fixed that wobbly wheel of mine. Though I still don't consider myself fully Christian, I'm getting there, step by step, bit by bit. I can still enjoy my life without all the sin, and I plan to. Every day is a new day, a clean canvas to express my heart's desire upon. So those of you non-believers, we together can make something of our lives and make it count. We can start over and make ourselves anew. We can give ourselves reborn identities.